In the last video, I talked about the maybe the macroscopic structure of a tendon. So broadly at the sort of the scale of things that you and I can look at, what do tendons do? And in this video, I want to zoom in and look at the micro scale, what's going on inside of a tendon. So if we were to zoom in on a tendon like the Achilles tendon, what we would see is these wavy fibers made of something called collagen. It's a protein that makes up a lot of the connective tissue in your body, including tendons, but also including many of the other things we'll be talking about this week. We'd see these wavy fibers, and if this person had a healthy tendon, they would be nicely aligned. Now, I'll maybe spare you my artistic skills and show you what this actually looks like. This is a little microscopic slice of a tendon. If you look very closely, you can see these kind of wavy structures to it. So these are collagen fibers that are laying on top of each other and well aligned here on this side A. Looking specifically at the side of the picture right now. There are also these cell nuclei here. That's the purple little blobs. And so just like with bone or any other, or muscles, which we'll see in a few weeks, there's these little cell nuclei that help repair and respond to damage and so on. So what happens when you get a tendon injury, though, is you see two things. You see one, disorganized collagen, which is what's going on the right. And you also see more cell nuclei. So over here on the right, this is somebody who has tendinopathy, sometimes called tendinitis, not maybe correctly. And you can see, number one, it's much harder to see the nice wavy pattern of the collagen fibers, and there's way more of these cells. I think I have a better image that shows, yeah, here we go. So this is healthy on the left. This is mild, and this is severe tendinopathy. So healthy, you can see very few cells and nice aligned collagen fibers. In mild cases of tendon injury, you start to see a little bit of these disruptions here, a little bit more cells, and then the severe is so bad that you can hardly even see that there were ever fibers in the first place. It's just this big mangled mess of disorganized collagen and scar tissue. Another nice view of the microstructure of tendon comes from this figure, which I got from a paper published last year. So in case you haven't really gotten great at spotting medical image stuff, we're looking at a sagittal plane slice of the ankle. So here's the calcaneus, here's the talus, here's the tibia going up like this, and so the Achilles tendon is right here. You'll find that people including me, use the Achilles tendon as a great example because it's very big and it's very easy to look at what it's doing. And it's also commonly injured, so there's a lot of data on what sort of happens at the cellular level in a damaged tendon. So the actual whole tendon itself, the big thick cable, is organized into these tube structures. You have these little fascicles. That's a term we'll see again with muscles. Inside the fascicles, you have, I think, the fibroblast. That's those dots that we were seeing on those slices earlier. And the important thing I want you to remember from this figure is not all these details, but the fact that we have these little fibrils that are sort of semi-overlapping, aligned very nicely. You can see that. I should note, by the way, these are obviously drawings on the left. On the right, these are actual images. This is an electron microscope image of these individual fascicles aligned. And this is something called an atomic force microscope of one individual collagen molecule. So you can see it has this nice straight structure, and when you look at electron microscope images, you can see these fibers in a healthy tendon are very nicely aligned. On the right, it's a cross-sectional image, so we're like taking a slice, and you can see these fibers just packed in like strings of spaghetti or something. And this is the microstructure of a healthy tendon, or in the case up here, unhealthy tendon. So broad view, healthy tendons, we have these nice aligned collagen fibers, and then as tendons get injured or they degenerate from damage, you get progressively more and more disorganized collagen fibers.